Greetings everyone. Welcome back to our English lecture. Let's continue with what we did in the last class of pronouns. After doing the basics of pronouns and its application, we discussed the answers of exercises A to F. And to be acquainted with more grammatical rules, we need to proceed further with the solution of next exercises. So, are you ready? Good. Let's begin. Before going to share the answers of next exercises, I would like to again draw your attention towards the kinds of pronouns. So let's have a quick recap of all the kinds of pronouns. The first one is personal pronouns. The second one is possessive pronouns. The third one is reflexive pronouns. The fourth one is relative pronouns. The fifth one is interrogative pronouns. Sixth one is demonstrative pronouns. And the seventh one is indefinite pronouns. Exercise G. Let's see what is given in this exercise G. You are asked to fill in the blanks with correct relative pronouns. Here you all know what are the relative pronouns. I will again like to tell you that relative pronouns connect a noun to a group of words that follow and describe the noun. Here, I would like to tell you that the pronouns which are used to connect a noun to a group of words are who, which is used for the person. Then we can say whom and whose. We have already done with this that who is used to refer to person and whom is also used to refer to a person. But which and that, both of these pronouns are used to refer to things. Now we will see into this exercise what is given and how do we need to solve it. Number 1. The man dash car did not have a number plate was stopped by the police. So you have to fill in the blank in the first sentence with only and only relative pronouns. And you all know relative pronouns are who, whom, which, that and whose. Number 2, the company dash makes electric geysers is in Jaipur. Number 3, the earphones dash I wanted are not available in any shops here. Number 4, the painter dash chopped off his own ears was Vincent van Gogh. So we need to see what kind of relative pronoun can be written in these blanks. Number 5, the cranes dash come to our village in winter are from Siberia. Number 6, on the way to the market, Bhola met a man dash got was for sale. Number 7, the boy dash the teacher called stupid later became a famous inventor. So this is all about the exercise G. Let's correct all the answers of this exercise. So children, are you ready to correct the answers of exercise G? I hope all of you have done it. Now it's a correction time and I request all of you to do each and every exercise on your own. Then you correct the answers with the given exercise here on each and every slide. Answers of exercise G. Number 1, the man whose car did not have a number plate was stopped by the police. I have highlighted the answers. Okay, so you can check it quickly. Number 2, the company which makes electric geysers is in Jaipur. Number 3, the earphones which I wanted are not available in any shops here. Number 5, the painter who chopped off his own ears was Vincent van Gogh. Number 5, the cranes who come to our village in winter are from Siberia. Number 6, on the way to the market, Bhola met a man whose goat was for sale. Number 7, and the last sentence of this exercise is, the boy whom the teacher called stupid later became a famous inventor. So this way you have to complete the answers with relative pronouns. And one thing more I would like to tell you, that in few sentences I have written which, and I have already told you that which and that both can be used when we are referring to things, not to the persons. So if you have written that in place of which, will also be correct. Okay. Exercise H. Filling the blanks using correct interrogative pronouns. And you all know what are the interrogative pronouns. And the word interrogative itself says that when we ask some questions, then we are using the interrogative pronouns. And what are they? Who, whom, whose, which, and what. I repeat, who, whom, whose, which, and what. Let's see what is given in this exercise. Number 1, Dash is singing in the other room. Question mark. Number 2, Dash happened to Oliver in the end. Question mark. Number 3, Dash should I meet to register for the summer camp? Question mark. Number 4, Dash is that cycle with the flat tire? Question mark. And number 5 is, Dash is the switch for the fan? Question mark. So please solve it and get ready for the correction. So here comes the answers of exercise H. Filling the blanks using correct interrogative pronouns. And you know interrogative pronouns are question words. And there are mainly 5 interrogative pronouns which I have shared with you all in the last slide. So what are the answers? Number 1, who is singing in the other room? Number 2, what happened to Oliver in the end? Number 3, whom should I meet to register for the summer camp? Number 4, whose is that cycle with a flat tire? And number 5 is, which is the switch for the fan? Exercise I. In the following sentences, underline the interrogative pronouns with the determiner function and circle the others. So, what you have to do? You have to underline the interrogative pronouns that you all know, as we have already done it in the previous question by writing who, whom, whose, which, and what. But here the job is different. What you have to do, children, you have to underline the interrogative pronouns only if it is written with the determiner. Otherwise, you have to circle. So, let's continue with the sentences and come to know that what is to be circled and what is to be underlined. Number 1. What flavor of ice cream do you like the best? Number 2. Whose was the bag left in the school bus? Number 3. Which train should I get into? Number 4. Which is a train that goes to Kanpur? Number 5. Whose cat catches more mice, mine or yours? Now I would like to tell you one thing more, that interrogative pronouns whose, which and what have a determiner functions, and it only modifies a noun. That you must know that what is a determiner if it modifies a noun. How would you come to know if what is followed up by the noun? Then you will say that this is a determiner. Interrogative pronoun with the determiner you have to underline. Here, what flavor? So you have to see the difference in all the sentences. I will just say you, or just read first 2 words of each sentence. You will come to know the difference. Number 2, whose was? Number 3, which train? Number 4, which is? And number 5, whose cat? Can you find out the difference, that what is the determiner function and what is the verb here? You would have noticed that in the first and in the fourth sentence, in the third sentence, we can say we have got flavor and train, which are following the interrogative pronouns what and which. So they are the determiner functions because they are specifying the noun. If the interrogative pronoun specifies the, or we can say modifies a noun, then it is called the determiner function. Let's continue. So let's see the answers. I hope you all have understood what are the determiner functions and what are not. You have to see the answers which are highlighted with red color. They are the determiner functions. Number 1. What flavor of ice cream do you like the best? Here, what is the determiner? It is a determiner function. So you need to underline what. In the second sentence, whose was, as whose is followed up by the verb, not the noun. So understand it, that when there is a noun written after the interrogative word, then it is called a determiner function. But when it is followed up by the verb, then it is not. So second sentence doesn't have a determiner function. Whose was the bag left in the school bus does not have a determiner function. So you can circle whose. Number 3, which train should I get into? So which is the determiner function because train is a noun. Then comes which is a train that goes to Kanpur. Here also we don't have the determiner. Then comes number 5, whose cat catches more, mine or yours? Here whose is the determiner function because it is followed up by the noun cat. Is it clear to everyone? Let's proceed. Exercise J. What you have to do in this exercise, you have to write questions using interrogative pronouns to get the given sentences as answers. And you all know what are the interrogative pronouns. We have already done it in the previous slides. So do remember them and then put these answers into the questions. Number 1. Ajit's brother left the fridge open. Number 2. The astronomers saw a new planet through the telescope. Number 3. Roshan's grandfather is a judge. Number 4. The coat on the hook is my uncle's. And number 5 is Rachna's house is the one on the left. So try doing this exercise and use only the interrogative pronouns, then you correct the answers from the next slide. Answers of exercise J are given here, but I request all of you to please check it with your answers. Don't fill in the answers directly. And here in this question, as they have asked you to use interrogative pronouns to get the given sentences, you have to follow the same, right? So the number 1 answer is given, as we have already read it before. Ajit's brother left the fridge open. What would be the question? Who left the fridge open? Question mark. Number 2, the astronomers saw a new planet through the telescope. What did astronomers see through the telescope? Even you would have also written who saw a new planet through the telescope will also okay, because you know that there are mainly 5 interrogative pronouns, and if you have used some other interrogative pronoun rather than the one which is written in the answer and giving you the relevant and appropriate formation can also be correct. Okay. Number 3, Roshan's grandfather is a judge. What is Roshan's grandfather? Number 4, the coat on the hook is my uncle's. Whose coat is on the hook? Question mark. Rachna's house is the one on the left. Whose house is the one on the left? So this way you have to correct all the answers given here. Exercise K. Use correct demonstrative pronouns in the following sentences. The arrows indicate whether the reference is to something nearby or something distant. And the arrows, as the nearby arrow is downward and the distant arrow is towards the right direction. So please understand, seeing the arrows, that what should we use? Do we need to use these for the nearby objects or for the reference what is there given in the sentence, or do we need to use that or those? So this is all mentioned over here. Please understand the arrows and then you interpret it accordingly. Number 1, are the direction is towards the right, comets. So right direction, as it is shown, that it shows the something which is very distant. And the arrow next in the second question, arrow is given downward, which shows the nearby object. Blocks of marble came from the quarries of Rajasthan. Number 3, the direction is towards the distant objects, are not rain clouds. Number 4, whose huts are nearby. Number 5, distant object is a great idea. So please fill in the blanks accordingly. Answers of exercise K are: number 1, are those comets? Question mark. As I have already told you that we use that and those for the distant objects. That is used for the singular and those is used for the plurals. So please see, if comets are many, we need to write those. If it is single, like one comet is mentioned, then you will write that. Is it clear to all of you? Well, number 2, these blocks of marble came from the quarries of Rajasthan. And you know why I have used these here? Very good, because the arrow which is shown here is towards downward direction. Yes, so we will write these, as I have explained you, that the arrow that depicts downward is for the nearby and that towards the rightward is for the distant objects, right? Number 3, those are not rain clouds. Number 4, Whose huts are these? Question mark. Number 5. That is a great idea. I hope this is all understood to everyone. Good. So children, all of you are requested to correct all the answers of exercises G to K properly and maintain your everyday English grammar up to date. Right? And we will be continuing the rest of the exercises in the next video lecture. Kindly take care and stay healthy. Thank you so much.